Hello everyone, good afternoon. Can you unmute yourself and say hi to everyone?
Hello.
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 Hi.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Are you able to hear Sister Dinium okay?
How you doing? You doing okay?
Yes, thank you for asking.
It's so wonderful to see all the familiar faces. Now I can recognize more familiar faces to me. It's so nice. Is there anyone new?
Can you raise your hand if you're new?
Welcome.
Hello, second time.
Anyone here not from the United States? Can you raise your hand? Where are you currently living, if you don't mind us asking?
I'm living in Costa Rica in the mountains.
I heard it's one of the most beautiful places on earth. 70% of the nature there is preserved. Is that correct? It's like Bhutan. I just learned this on Sunday. Hopefully one day we travel there, right, Sister Dinya?
Oh, I hope so. I love to. We still come there to visit, and also maybe we have retreat.
Yes. Any other friends not living in the US right now? Okay, you're the only one. What about anyone affected by the air pollution because of the wildfires in Canada? Many friends are experiencing very unhealthy air pollution. Jill, if you don't mind us asking, where are you currently living and how are you taking care of your health?
I'm in Virginia. I wear a mask when I go out, and nobody else does. I don't really get it. It's not that bad. I mean, it dipped into sort of the hazardous zone earlier today. The thing that I think is really, I mean, of course, it's a tragedy that all these forests are burning. But the thing that made it kind of unexpected is it's an unusual wind pattern. We don't get wind from Canada most of the time. That blows out to sea. And I think what's most likely to happen is that the usual wind pattern is likely, I mean, I'm not a meteorologist, but I would guess that it's likely to come back. And I think the fires will burn for a long time, but I don't think we're going to be feeling it for long. That's my guess.
Thank you. So maybe Sister Dingyam can help us to sing some songs, send these joyful songs to our Mother Earth and to all of you who are here with us today.
Oh, I remember there's one song, something that I want to protect: the sky, the earth, the sea. You remember that song?
No, I don't remember, unfortunately.
It's a children's song.
Huh. It's not coming to me right now. Hopefully it will, but we'll find out. Can invite friends to choose some songs. Yeah, you can type it out.
Please. You see the list of the song Then please choose a song that you love the most and please type it on the
Chat box.
chat box.
Number 11. Number 11. The realm of the mind.
It's 30.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's number 13. Happiness. Okay. 7 and 3. 11, 7 and 3. And we will end with number 14. 7, 11, 7, 3, 14.
Okay, 11. Happiness.
Happiness is here and now. I have dropped my worries. Nowhere to go, nothing to do. No longer in a hurry. Happiness is here and now. I have dropped my worries. Somewhere to go, something to do.
What to do?
I don't
I
need
need
to hurry.
Song number 7. No coming, no going. No coming, no going. No after, no before. I hold you close to me. I release you to be so free. Because I am in you and you are in me. Because I am in you and you are in me. This is a great song to sing when you say farewell to your loved ones, or even when you look at yourself in the mirror. Next song is number 3 and number 14. Number 3. The Island Within. Breathing in, I go back to the island within myself. There are beautiful trees within the island. There are clear streams of water. There are birds, sunshine, and fresh air. Breathing out, I feel safe. I enjoy going back to my island. Can we sing it again? Breathing in, I go back to the island within myself. There are beautiful trees within the island. There are clear streams of water. There are birds, sunshine, and fresh air. Breathing out, I feel safe. I enjoy going back to my island. Number 14. The song number 14. great big smile. Please repeat after me. I am a
I am a bird, a beautiful bird. I am the sun, a golden sun. I am the wind carrying the beautiful bird in the sun. We are one in a wonderful world.
I am a seed,
I am a seed,
a tiny seed.
a tiny seed.
I am the rain,
I am the rain,
gentle rain.
gentle rain.
I am the stream,
I am a stream
carrying
the tiny seed in the rain as we change in a wonderful world.
I am a note,
I am a note,
a beautiful note.
a beautiful note.
I am a song,
I am a song,
a beautiful song.
a beautiful song.
I am a child,
I am a child,
great big smile.
great big smile. I am a note in a song, sing along in a wonderful world. Thank you, Sister Dingim and friends, for joining us. Now, Sister Dingim will offer us a guided meditation. So, please, Sister Dingim, share with us how should we sit, how should we stand, how should we rest, relax before we start.
Everyone know how to do it already.
You know, sometimes we know, but we forget. It's always good to remind ourselves. We know many things, don't we? What do we do when we know? That is our practice. There you go. Okay.
Dear sister, dear friends, welcome to our session this afternoon. I would like to invite everyone to come back to the breathing, recognize the breathing, and please check yourself. If you sit comfortable, your back and your head on the same line, straight line, but relax. Relax your shoulders. Release any feelings, any worry, any protest in your mind. Just come back to the present moment, being at the present moment. We know that we are alive. We are here together to build up the wonderful energy to ourselves and to everyone. And then can generate this wonderful energy to send to Mother Earth. Can maintain a half smile on your face in order to relax every cell on the face. And smile also can help you to be aware of your body and also the present moments. Breathing in, breathing out. We'll start the session with 3 sounds of the bell. The sound of the bell is the voice of the Buddha. or a very dear friend help us, call us back to the present moment. You can close your eyes to help you match with your breathing easier. Breathing in. I know that I'm breathing in. Breathing out. I know that I'm breathing out. In, out. Breathing in. I follow my in breath from the beginning to the end. Breathing out. I follow my out breath from the beginning to the end. Following in breath, following out breath, all the way through. Breathing in, my breath grows deeper. Breathing out, my breath grows slow, deep, slow. Breathing in, I'm aware of my body. Breathing out, I relax my whole body. Aware of body, relaxing. Breathing in, I'm easing my body. Breathing out, I smile to my body. Ease, smile. Breathing in, I see myself as a flower. Breathing out, I feel fresh. Flower, fresh. Breathing in, I see myself as a mountain. Breathing out, I feel solid. Mountain, solid. Breathing in, I see myself as clear water. Breathing out, I reflect all that is. Water, reflecting. Breathing in, I see myself as space. Breathing out, I feel free. Space, free. Breathing in, I dwell in the present moment. Breathing out, I know this is a wonderful moment. Present moment, wonderful moment. Dear friends, sitting meditation session is over. Then you can rub your hands and massage your full face. Send love to your face. And you can massage your head. Send gratitude to your head. Your neck, your shoulders, send love to yourself. How do you feel right now? Is it good? Feel relaxed? Fresh?
If you have your water with you, please enjoy your water. It's good to keep ourselves hydrated even if when we are on Zoom. Dear respected Thầy, dear Sister Dinh, dear beloved friends, today is June 8th in the year 2023. My name is Sister Bội Nghiêm and my pronouns are she and her. And sitting next to me is Sister Dinh Nghiêm, Sister True Commitment. Again, thank you so much for spending your Thursday here with us. We are now like family, and it has been a while since I haven't been with you. I think it's more than a month already. I was traveling to Harvard University for the launching of Thich Nhat Hanh Mindfulness Center for Public Health, School of Public Health, and then coming back, we had the retreat with Sister Chang Khong, Learning True Love. Some of you were here, and I met some of you at Harvard. It was so nice to meet you in person. And after that, I went home to visit my family, visited my favorite rascals before they went to Vietnam for the summer break. And then I went to San Francisco to help with the Salesforce events for their top executives. And coming back, it was Sister Dee Nghiêm who helped to facilitate the session. And now I'm here, so I'm very happy to be back. And we will be with you next week again. And that's how my life has been, quite peaceful and drama-free. I hope your life also was drama-free in the last few months or so. If there were some drama, don't worry, because we now have the Dharma. If we have the Dharma, we know how to handle the drama. That can be a mantra, right? There is drama in the Dharma, and there is Dharma in the drama. The last time we were with you, I shared that for the next upcoming sessions that both of us facilitate, we will reflect, learn, and practice together the 5 mindfulness trainings. But before I speak about that, I'd like to share with you some updates for the monastery. I think it's on June 24th or 23rd to 22nd to the 25th. We have a retreat for Buddhist youths, and guess how many are coming? 420. Yes, can you imagine? There will be 53 children, twins, teenagers, young adults, and the GDPT or Buddhist youth leaders. And it's going to be very, very hot and humid. For those of you who attended the retreat with Sister Chang Khong, we had approximately about 300 people, and it was already quite a lot. And this retreat is going to be much, much bigger. And in July, we will have a retreat for our Vietnamese friends from An Bang, which is the center of Vietnam. Many of them are now in the US. I don't know how many people will attend, but I think it will be around 300 to 400 people. And for those of you who are interested to come to the US tour retreat, monastics from 3 centers in the US, Magnolia, Deer Park, and Blue Cliff. We will come together and host retreat. We want to continue Teacher's footsteps. As you know, that he traveled to the US in the 60s to call for peace, and that was part of like US teaching tour, and he continued to do that until 2013. Then the monastics, we continue that beautiful tradition, hopefully more and more in the future. And so we will have 2 retreats. The first one is the inclusive general retreat for everybody, and that is from September 30th to January 2nd. There will be a program for children, teenagers. And our second retreat is for healthcare professionals, caregivers, first responders, and that will be from, I think, September 4th to September 10th. I want to give you the correct date, so please give me a moment. There are too many dates to remember. So I don't like to remember dates. So let me say try to get the correct one, the correct date. So the first retreat, I have arrived, I am home, is from August 30th to September 3rd. The second retreat, Nourishing Ourselves, Caring for Others, it is from September 6th to September 10th. And this one is for healthcare professionals, first responders, and caregivers. Again, monastics from 3 other centers will come together to host this retreat. And we hope that you will join us. Right now, we have about, I think, 60 or 70 people registered for I Have Arrived, I Am Home retreat. As for the healthcare, not yet many people. So if you're healthcare professionals and wanting to come for some self-care time, or caregivers and first responders, we know how stressful it has been for you, and we hope that you will be able to come to this retreat. And then in the month of August, some of us will travel to Blue Cliff Monastery for the US tour, and then the monastics will come here for these 2 retreats. And in October, we will be heading to California. It will be very, very good, busy months for us. You know, Senator John Lewis, he said, get yourself in good trouble. As monastics, we get ourselves into good busy. The work that we do is quite busy, but we know that to help living beings suffer less, share with one another the art of mindful living and how to live more peacefully in the present moment. It can be a busy work, but it's a good, peaceful, mindful, busy work, busy service. So that's the news that I have for all of you. Please send the monastics your peaceful and healthy energy, because we need them for the next few months. We also do the same for you, and we hope to have you come visit us for the personal retreat. The monastery is open this weekend for personal retreat, and just one weekend next month. As you see, the schedule is quite busy. That is why this time of year we are not able to open for a personal retreat. But starting in November, we will open up for a personal retreat again. And so I'd like to invite us to listen to one sound of the bell first before I share on the topic, Reverence for Life. First of all, I'd like to say Happy Pride Month to all of you. Flowers, everybody, please. Happy Pride Month. Yes. You know, the 5 mindfulness trainings, the first sentence always starts with aware of the suffering caused by. And the first mindfulness training is aware of the suffering caused by the destruction of life. I want to say that, aware of the suffering, because I know that many friends in the LGBTQIA+ community are suffering right now because of the current state of our country. So just to be aware of that suffering, so that for all of us to continue to be there, to show our support, and to let them know that we have their back. Aware of the suffering is not enough. Just like when I visited the Eco Justice Initiative Museum last month in Alabama, Montgomery, Brian Stevenson was only 23 years old when he went to Alabama as an intern, law intern from Harvard University to help innocent inmates be free and not to face death penalty for the crime that they did not commit. Brian Stevenson was aware of the suffering, but he did not stop there. He put his love into action. And that's why he and his nonprofit organization, Eco Justice Initiative, saved 140 lives. They're practicing reverence for life. So, as allies, as family members, friends, healthcare professionals, educators, activists, or compassionate human beings, we know that there are many bills targeting people in the LGBTQIA plus community, and there are a number of ways that we can show our support. You know more than I do what to do, what to say, what to think. And each one of us, we are invited to do our own homework, to do some research on how we can be peaceful ally, mindful ally, impactful ally, especially now. And it is so disturbing that it is now declared a state of emergency in our country to protect people in the LGBTQIA plus community. I'd like to dedicate this first part to our friends in the LGBTQIA plus community, to let you know that you have people that care for you. I am one. Sister Din Ngiem is one. And there are many of us sitting here. We know you have been through a lot already. I know that there are many people out there helping. Let us not just focus on those who are creating problems, but also remember those who are getting themselves in good trouble to protect you, to help you. There are many other Brian Stevenson out there in the LGBTQIA plus community. And there are many Brian Stevenson out there in the BIPOC community helping to bring reverence for life. When we talk about the first mindfulness training, we need to remind ourselves that it's not only about being vegetarian or vegan. It is more than that. Because we know that in a retreat, oftentimes when someone comes up to share about the first mindfulness training, they share about being a vegetarian, eating less meat, or being a vegan. And that can be the first baby step. But we can make further steps to protect lives, to respect life. And that includes ourselves first. We need to respect ourselves first with how we think about ourselves. We check back and we ask ourselves, how is my love to myself? This self-love inside, is it decreasing over time? Have I been able to transform the self-love to self-care, self-love, self-criticize to self-understanding with my way of thinking, acting, and speaking to myself? And then we start with people that are close to us. We can talk about domestic violence in this mindfulness training. Because this mindfulness training is about non-harm, non-violence. And we know that for some people it's not easy to do that. That's why there is domestic violence at home. Spouse use violence toward one another. And it causes a lot of suffering, and it's a topic that not many people talk about. It happens everywhere, in developed countries, in undeveloped countries, in rich people houses, in poor people houses. And there are families who are able to have a lot of peace and love. They are able to practice reverence for life within the family members themselves. That is also another truth that we can be aware of. A reverence for life is not to only people that we love. It is also for people that we don't yet love. We are learning to love or trying to love. And that is where the real practice is. Yes, it's very easy to practice reverence for life, for the things that we respect, cherish. But it's also to practice the animals that we know can cause danger, the people that can cause danger, the people that we don't know. If we are unable to do anything to help them, then at least don't harm them. It's not that we are ignoring their presence. We are aware of their presence. Because there's so much suffering already that is going on in this world because of violence, injustice, discrimination. If we add one more drop, then our destination to peace, love, and happiness will be further and slower. And we don't just practice reverence for life, for those that we love, for those that we are trying to love. We also practice to those we don't know, that are completely strangers. People on the street are neighbors. Yes, our neighbors. Love thy neighbors. Isn't that teaching by God, by Jesus. Yet these days, some people have difficulty loving their neighbors. They think that loving their neighbors, they bring out a gun and shoot them. Tragedies like this happen. This impatience, quick solution, quick fix. When there is anger inside, uncontrollable feelings, it's very easy we use violence because we think that can be a quick fix, quick solution. But we know that no, the suffering will escalate. And we practice to respect. To respect here is also to protect. This mindfulness training is to remind us to protect and to respect. So let us read together this mindfulness training. I will share screen with you if I can find a way to do this. Okay. I'm taking you to Magnolia Grove Monastery website. To find the 5 mindfulness trainings, you go to magnoliagrovemonastery.org, click on this bar, and then look for the path of happiness. And this is the first mindfulness training. Aware of the suffering caused by the destruction of life, I am committed to cultivating the insight of interbeing and compassion, and learning ways to protect the lives of people, animals, plants, and minerals. I am determined not to kill, not to let others kill, and not to support any act of killing in the world, in my thinking, or in my way of life. Seeing that harmful actions arise from anger, fear, greed, and intolerance, which in turn come from dualistic and discriminative thinking, I will cultivate openness, non-discrimination, and non-attachment to views in order to transform violence, fanaticism, and dogmatism in myself and in the world. As we see that in this training, as well as other 4 trainings, first, we are aware of the suffering. Second, we make the aspiration. And then, we are invited not to do this, do that, not to kill. These trainings are not just only inviting us not to do this or not to do that. It is also inviting us to do something. I will cultivate openness, non-discrimination, and non-attachment to views in order to transform violence, fanaticism, and dogmatism. So this is a spirit for all of the 5 mindfulness trainings. Originally, the 5 trainings were known as the 5 precepts, and they are stated very Simply do not kill, do not steal, do not have sexual misconduct, do not lie, and do not drink alcohol. So, as we see that these trainings, the revised version, are very friendly in the usage of words, and every word that we read, we are able to understand what to do and also what not to do. Not to kill, harmful actions. The word interbeing means that you and I, we are one. Yeah. You are me and I am you. I am not better than you. You are not better than me. There are three complexes that we have. Superiority complex, white supremacy, superiority complex, thinking that we are superior than all other races. No, that can lead to harmful actions. Inferiority complex, thinking that we are inferior than others. You are much better than I am. Third one is equality complex. You are equal than me. But with the insight of interbeing, we transcend all those complexes and we see each other as one. As really one is not spiritual bypass. If I see you are me, you are my family, you are my love, you are my care, you are someone that I respect, I want to protect. Even if you are a stranger, I pass by you, I see you in me. I see in you there is a Buddha nature. I see in you as someone who has the ability to be peaceful, compassionate, and loving. And I see that if I go up and I say something, I do something that harms you, I am also harming myself while I am harming you. I am harming your whole family. I am harming my ancestors, my family. So many people will be affected by my harmful actions. And it's not just only you or me. We look at the wildfires that are happening in Canada. The smoke is now in the United States. You see? Interbeing, Canada and United States are one. If United States think that, oh, that's Canada's problem, we don't need to send help. No, that's not in the spirit of interbeing. Interbeing is there's no separate self. I am you and you are me, just like in the song that we sang earlier, no coming, no going. Because I am in you and you are in me. And we know that it's not easy to practice this. It's easy with the people that we love. But I find it very difficult for me to practice with someone that I'm learning to love. To the people that cause problem, it's very difficult, right? Do you agree with me? Can you raise your hand? How can you say, yeah, that person and I, we are one? We all know that there is a Buddha in everybody, that seed. But for some people, that seed is stronger. For some people, that seed is weaker. Especially, with the people that we find it difficult to love, it's very hard to practice into being. And perhaps we can say intellectually, I am in that person and that person is in me. But to feel it in our heart is very difficult and it takes time. That's why we start with ourselves first. We start with the people that we love, and then we start to practice that with the people that we have difficulties with. Again, if we are not able to do anything to help, then at least don't harm. That's one thing that we can do. We know this mind is very tricky. And it is also very beautiful. The mind is beautiful. The mind is also very tricky. And we know that the brain doesn't fully develop until we turn 24. And I'm sure that all of us here are now over 24. So all of our brains are developed. There's no excuse. I just learned this last night from my psychologist. The teenage brain is not developed. That's why sometimes they do things that are just, the parents just don't understand why they keep on doing that. The prefrontal cortex is not yet fully developed. So they have good excuse to behave how they are behaving, but we're over 24. And taking care of our health is reverence for life. It's not that we take care of people, Mother Earth, outside of us, but we also need to come back and take care of ourselves. We practice self-love and self-care in a way that people don't think is selfish. And I think there's art to that. We take care of ourselves means we are also taking care of others. For me, for those of you who know me personally, after lunch, I need to get my nap. So if you come to the monastery and you say, oh, Sister Bo Nhiêu, I am suffering. Is it possible I can see you after lunch? I say, yes, but can we meet after 3 o'clock? Because I'm sorry, I need to take my nap. If I don't have that nap, my brain is not functioning right. I am not able to think clearly. And when I am with you listening to your suffering, I will be very sleepy and drowsy. You know, drowsiness is very dangerous when driving. Drowsiness is also very dangerous when giving consultation. So if you're a therapist or healthcare field, if you have to see your clients when you're sleepy, it's very dangerous. Your energy is very sluggish. and you might give them wrong advice. So for me, I take care of myself by taking a nap, whether that is 30 minutes or 45 minutes. And after that, I will be there for you. And drinking water, plenty of water. And when I drink my water, I know I am drinking my water and I take my time. And when to say no. When we know that this is it, this is our capacity. So this is also the practice of reverence for life. And something that we can do on a daily basis to prevent others from killing. That might be difficult, and that might happen maybe once or twice in our life. We hope that it can happen more, because there's a lot of killing going on now in the world. And we can start with killing the insects, right? That's something we can start with. With the wars that are going on, what can you do to help? We can send gratitude letters to those people who are helping people in the war zone as a way to show our love, give them more strength. If we can donate whatever we can, that's also reverence for life. But to me, the most important reverence for life is to keep a mind that is open. Beauty is the heart that generates love and a mind that is open. Open to what is different, to what we are not yet used to. Don't just familiarize ourselves with the things that we are accustomed to. For example, if you go on YouTube, you search something. Do you happen to listen to the people that have the same skin color as you? Or do you listen to the people that have different skin color? Be open. Listen to people that look differently than us. Perhaps in our daily life, we rarely interact with people that have the same, have different ethnicities, skin color than us. But there are different ways that we can expose ourselves to the differences. And these differences, this diversity is very beautiful. And with that, we can remove the discrimination, the implicit bias that are ingrained in us. So that, let's say, when you come to a retreat, and there are few people that have a different skin color than you, the way that you look, the way that you pass by them, the way that you talk to them, they don't feel microaggression or implicit bias. So each one of us, we have to do that homework of being open to the differences, being open to people with different experience than us. Music, songs, movies, books. When was the last time you read a book with a Vietnamese author besides Hayes books? or a name that you find it very difficult to pronounce. Being open to learn, because this will help us to remove many wrong perceptions, and that can help us to practice respecting and protecting life. Read books written by teenagers, not just by adults, so that we can understand what they're going through. I think we need more teenagers to write books about teenagers than adults writing about teenagers, don't you think? Yes, adults have all this research, data, but they're not teenagers. If you know of a book written by teenagers, about teenagers, please let me know. I love to read it. Encourage more children to write children book instead of adults writing children book. If you're an author, co-write the book with a child. As I shared in the first session of last time, that when I talk about the 5 mindfulness trainings, I will speak on topics that perhaps are not often talked about. When you come to retreats, you often hear perhaps almost like the same story from the panelists. But with this, we have more time to reflect and contemplate. So let us practice together this week. When we see a tree, give it a touch, send it a love, a care, a gratitude. If we see an animal, have a pet, see any bugs, yes, we can be scared, jump up, which is also okay, because not everybody, has that stability while see a spider or a snake. But then after you feel shaken by its presence, you can give rise to a thought. May you be peaceful, may you be well. And this is for you, and this is also for those animals. Practice reverence for life with ourselves. Look at ourselves in the mirror and tell yourself, I am practicing to respect you and to protect you with how I think about you, how I treat you, how I talk to you. I want to ask Sister Dinium a question. Sister Dinium, how do you practice to show your love, your care, and your respect to Mother Earth? Because in the 5 contemplations, there is one that say, we eat this food to stop contributing to climate change. Also, we have in the mindfulness trainings too, especially this one is to protect life, reverence for life. And so, what are you doing? What are some concrete things that you are doing in your daily life to let Mother Earth know that you care, you respect, and you want to protect it? Perhaps what we do are very small, small steps. But hopefully, with more people doing small things like this, it can have a big impact later on, or in the present moment, not just later on. Yeah, Sister Dingo. Thank you, friends, for listening. We can listen to one sound of the bell before you share.
Thank you, Sister Bùi Nghiêm, for wonderful talk. I always enjoy your talk. I feel your love toward us. I'm just happy to hear, to listen.
Me too. So it's my turn to sit here and listen.
Before I answer the question, I just wanted to offer the song that at the beginning we wanted to sing it during the CD meditation. The lyric just came to my mind, and I hope I remember all the words. It's a children's song. It's about the two promises.
Mm. Do you need the text?
I think we don't have it.
We have it. You can look up for it. Yeah.
To develop my...
Everything is in the cloud. It will never die. Right, everybody? That's the two promises. Yeah. There we go. Okay, we have it.
No, not this one.
No?
No,
It's a
not this
different
one.
one? Ah, okay. Never mind.
My first time on Zoom. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you, Teresa.
Oh, okay. Oh, good. I'm enjoying this. This is my first time on Zoom, and I'm totally joyous to be listening.
Thank
I
you.
live in a city that doesn't have a sangha,
Mm.
so I basically practice by myself. So it was nice to discover
Thank
you.
you. We're happy you found us.
Me too.
Now, Sister Dindiam will offer you and everybody a song.
Okay.
It goes like this. To develop my understanding, I pray. To develop my understanding, I try to stop and looking deeply. To develop my compassion, I pray. To develop my compassion, I try to see what if it was me? What if it was me? I want to feel peace with everything that breathes. I want to protect the sky, the earth, the sea. To develop my compassion, I breathe to develop my compassion. I try to see what if it was me? What if it was me? To develop my understanding, I pray. To develop my understanding, I try to stop and looking deeply, looking deeply. I want to feel peace with everything that breathes. I want to protect the sky, the earth, the sea. I want to feel peace with everything that breathes. I want to protect the sky, the earth, the sea.
So nice.
Beautiful.
Thank you, sister. So I'd like to invite Sister Linium to respond, share the question.
Dear sisters, dear family, let's see. For me, I think it's easier for me to practice because I'm now living in the monastery and everyone practice to raises the awareness of protect the Mother Earth. Then I just follow what the Sangha do, like we what to say? We divide the class, the recycling items.
We sort them out.
Yeah, we sort them out, and I think it's a wonderful way to help to reduce the harm to the Mother Earth, and we can reuse the plastic bags, and whenever we walk on the road, we see some trash, we just pick it. I wish sometime we can organize a wake up group, and when we go for a look, we can take we can collect the trash on the road, because I see that there's a lot of trash on the road.
How do you think that becoming a nun can contribute to protecting the earth? We don't have children, so that's a way to protect the earth, right?
I think being a vegetarian also helps to reduce the
Pollution.
pollution by raising the animals for meat. It also helps reduce the pollution. I don't know. My mind now just like that. I just have those things. Maybe our friends can share about their practice.
So, dear friends, if you have been practicing reverence for life in different aspects, we love to hear from you. I'm going to stop the live streaming so that you can feel more comfortable to share. We live in a community, and that can also help to reduce the process of global warming or stop contributing to climate